Good day everybody and welcome back to my channel, Viking Gamer, and in today's adventure we're jumping back into Star Citizen. Anyway, as you can see, I've managed to finally get to do stuff in the resource drive, and I've almost completed all of the tasks for Microtech. So, and with the Alpha UEC which I got, I bought myself an Argo Raft. So we'll be having a quick look at that. Oh, hang on, wrong button. Yep, there we go, back to first person. So we've got one cargo run left to do. Second Life resource drive. As you can see, Hurston's way out in front in the lead. No one's going to catch them now because I think it's only roughly a week till the next patch comes out, and one more run and I should have all of the rewards that you can get for Microtech. And then I might just see if I can do enough of the other groups to get the armor sets, but I doubt I'm going to have the time to do that. So as it is sort of like with a combination of some problems in game until it got stable a little while ago. Basically it turned out to be a bit of a problem on my end, so ended up literally just turning the computer off and on again, and then all of a sudden my performance in the game's better. So something somewhere must have been doing something in the background that needed closing down. But anyway, between that and life getting in the way in general, I haven't had much of time to do things. But I thought, right, I'll have you guys on board while I just complete this last little step. And then I'm at least going to see if I can try and get the Crusader armor set. Because I miss Port Olisar. If you know, you know. Anyhow, this is actually the first ship I've actually bought with the in-game currency. Spent my ill-gotten gains. What are those? Okay, anyway, without further ado, better get started. At the time of recording, it's the 14th of September out here in Oz. Yeah, don't let the Pommy accent fool you. I'm an Australian citizen. Oh, darn. Gone up to the top deck again. Yeah, this is basically just a component area and where the tractor beam's housed. The lower deck, unlike other ships, is where you've got the cockpit and stuff. We've also got a living area, and Teddy's fallen off the table again. Yeah, the ship seems to come with a teddy bear. Let's pop you back on the table, Teddy. A cute little fella. Anyway, and that's the cargo grid back there, and you can just see the tractor beam there. Anyway, got two bunks, Got your shower, toilet, and lockers, weapon locker. Got an airlock off to the side here. So that leads outside. Not open that up right now. Anyhow, let's get into this pilot seat. Switch everything on.
Systems activated. Systems on.
Have a quick look at the outside of the ship for you guys. As you can see, I've got the Microtech paint scheme for it, which is handy so you know whose ship's whose when you're on the doing these runs. I accidentally went to the wrong ship first time I got this. It was like taking my box over and I'm like, just put it on the ship's cargo grid, and I turned around and went, hang on, wait a minute, that ship over there's my ship. So I then had to take my box back off someone else's cargo grid and head back to my ship. Anyway, I'll just adjust the camera angle, because as much as I don't like to use external views when landing, it's been useful during this particular run. Now to have a look at contracts. Basic housekeeping: whenever you start the contracts, go into call to arms, because you never know if you're going to come across someone nefarious, and if you have to take them out in self-defense, you might as well get paid for it. Okay, resource drive, large cargo transport needed. That's us. Accept offer. Track.
Thanks for grabbing another contract. Updating the collection order with your contractor ID now. Okay, you are good to go.
And that was Remy, who's been basically our contract liaison, for want of a better name.
Landing gear up. Shields off.
Now to get this bird out of the atmosphere. Fly like a bird. Okay, seem to be having a bit of trouble with talk. I had this when I landed before. Getting some torque imbalance. Yeah, I'm having to wrestle this bit, so hopefully it will settle down. There was no damage to the ship when I landed before, but I might have just clipped something. So we clipped the hangar doors on the way out. Okay, let's hit the map. Whoa. And I'm not holding the joystick, so that shouldn't be happening. Okay. Right, now just sit there while I have a look at the map. Okay, maps. Collect shipment. Set route. So it's a very heavy ship, so it's a bit slow to... It's responsive, but once its momentum gets going in a certain direction, it takes a little while to arrest it and bring it back into control. So of course that's making this problem with the torque. Come on. Back, back, back. Normally it's not quite this twitchy. Could also be something to do with my joystick. I fly dual stick, I don't use mouse and keyboard. Yeah, I'm having to wrestle this, so maybe I clipped an engine off on the way out of the hangar. Okay, hopefully this is on the day side.
Quantum travel complete.
A little bit foggy. Yeah, it keeps wanting to pull to the left. Okay, I'm actually having to twist the joystick slightly and hold it there just to stop it moving to the left. And the ground's coming up really fast. Let's read it out. Deploy landing gear. Turn the lights on. That way other people can see me and don't accidentally land on me. A few other ships about. They look to be abandoned. That'll probably be the thrusters slowing me down, causing the ground to explode a bit like that. No, 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 no. Yeah, and you can see I'm not used to using an external view while flying. So I want to try and get the back end of this ship as close to the cargo elevator as possible. At a slight angle also helps. Okay. Turn the engines off. Now, one thing I had an issue with when I first grabbed this ship was I found this elevator was a little bit twitchy, but since that first day I haven't had any problems with it. And I've gone to the top deck again. Okay, I need to hold the interaction wheel. Okay. Exit ship. Exit ship. Okay. Okay, that's stuck on loading cycle. See if I've done any actual damage to... It was this side of the ship that we sort of clunked on the way out. Because I've clipped something off, I'm sure. Which is why we're not manoeuvring properly. Anyway, better get on with this. My character's getting hungry by the looks of it. Lower the elevator. The elevator's not big enough to take everything in one go, so I've got to do this in 3 separate loads. Can I bring this one in as well? No, that's overloaded. So with one of those being a little bit smaller, I thought maybe... but no. Yes, I tend to start from that back left corner. Well, it's actually going towards the front of the ship, so it's actually the front left. And you can only stack them 2 deep. I do like this I do like the way that the ship's grid is like underneath like this. Whereas my sister said, well, that makes sense because the cargo hold's always at the bottom of the ship, so... Yes, I like to sort of make sure when I'm stacking these boxes I've got like a cornerstone position. For want of a better phrase. Where it basically sort of used as a decent starting point to make sure that you get everything neatly in place. Also like to get one side of a cargo grid done and then a right angles at the other side to the length of it, and then it's easier to just throw stuff in, you know, like that without having to think too much. And I didn't mean to grab the middle one. Oh well. Oh, where did it go? Oh. Cargo grid snatched it off me. Come on, get in there. There we go, right, okay. And my visor's starting to fog up. So the next load I might do using the onboard tractor beam so my character can do it from somewhere nice and warm. Or I could just wipe the visor, but I've forgotten what the key is for that. Because also I'm sure you guys would like to see how good the onboard tractor beam is. And of course that's another reason why I personally advise stacking from this side first, because the tractor beam's there, so you want to try and have as much area unobstructed as possible around it until you like stacking the last box. Like, visibility is everything. No, that's not the holster button. There we go. The visor's fogging up. Okay, and there's no one around, so it's not in danger of being stolen. It's an armistice zone, so I can't really guard it anyway. Okay, and we want to go to the top deck. Turn around. start warming up. Okay, go through to the back here. So anyway, so yeah, that's where we got off the lift. There's cargo components and things, and an anomaly. Either that or fruit flies. Okay, here we go. Enter the seat.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Enter remote turret, and here we are. And this is very sensitive. It only takes a small amount of... Okay, it's not responding. Okay. Wrong button. Power off.
Weapons off.
Power on.
Systems activating. Systems on.
Enter remote turret. And it's not working. Okay, hang on. Okay, that's... Okay, it's responding to the joystick. I haven't had... okay. I want it working with the mouse, not the joystick. Because it's the onboard tractor beam's hard enough to use as it is, without trying to do it with the joystick. Come on, exit out. Okay, I don't know why that's switched over to the joystick.
Weapons off. Systems activating. Systems on.
Okay. Forget that. Oh, hang on. No. Yep, got it going. Okay. So yeah, it's said I'm not very experienced at controlling this, so I'll have to figure out how to change the sensitivity of it, because as you can see, just a very small movement of the mouse and it really goes berserk. It's not where I wanted that, but hey, it'll have to do. Sorry if this is making anyone seasick, but hey. Oop. And Pussycat wants to come and jump on the... Okay, don't jump on the computer. Okay, and the cat didn't want to settle on my lap, just wanted to cause chaos. There's some cats like, my job here is done. Basically got two cats helping me today. One of them sat nicely on the windowsill and the other one's like, I shall jump on your lap at the inappropriate moment and not settle. Okay, grab another one. I really want to get that gap filled. Okay. Because as it is, I'm only going to have a small amount of room left over. So if I don't get everything exactly right, there's a chance I won't fit everything on. What? Ah, no! No, come back! Okay. I don't know how that attached, but I don't think it would have been stable. Just as well these aren't fragile, eh? Yes, we shall move the nitroglycerine. No! Yes, that would be something fragile and explosive. Yes. Plus also I don't normally do cargo hauling type stuff in this game. That said, I do want to try and get into blockade running. So if they release more stealth cargo ships, I'll be down with that. Right, once the stealth, the cargo variant of the Prowler comes into the in-game shops, I'll be saving up for one of those. Because I think that could be a good blockade runner, but it only holds a very small amount of cargo. Well, when I say a very small amount of cargo, it's below a medium amount. It's more than a small amount, but not enough to be a medium amount. Oh, that wind's getting up. Now this third load's fairly small, so this shouldn't take too long. Come back here. Cargo grid snatched it off me again. Almost done. There we go, and only got room for 3 boxes left over. And that wind stopped suddenly. Anyway, we'll put the cargo lift down, ready for the next player. much if I would streamline it for someone else, but hey. And got an Avenger Titan over here in the ice paint. Little loading lifts. Has seen better days. And an Argo Raft lying on its back like a beetle. Just curious to have a quick look at the abandoned ships. Wow. Yeah, the other day I noticed a C2 Hercules on its back like that. Anyway, it gives us an excuse to have a look at our lovely ship from a distance. Let's have another quick look, see if I can see what damage, if any, there is on the outside. Because we did hit those hangar doors quite hard on the way out, and it's been twitchy ever since. Anyway, time's a-wasting. And I don't want this video to go on forever. And I want to see if I can do it all in one take, no editing. Lower deck I need to go to. Just easier to let it take me up to the top deck first. Okay, back into the cockpit. Bring the other joystick back over.
Engines on. Launch complete.
Yep, and it starts twisting straight away. Yeah, I've damaged something somewhere on the outside of the ship. Raise up undercarriage.
Landing gear up.
Okay, here we are in space.
Engines off.
No, wrong button, wrong button.
Engines on. Shields off.
That's the button I wanted to press. Let's have a look at the underside, see if we can see. Like, have I managed to damage an internal component, or? Okay, the thrusters are firing without any input from me. Oh well. Just having a look at the underside of the joystick here to see if there's anything stuck to it, because it uses magnets. So, and I think I can see something. Hang on. A pair of tweezers. Something seems to have gone into one of the screw holes. Okay, I've given the underside of the joystick a wipe down just because they're a pair of Thrustmaster joysticks and they use magnets to determine where how the stick's orientated as opposed to micro switches. So I was just thinking if something's against the magnet that could have caused a problem, or it could have been the position of the mouse. No, it says to me I've damaged the ship. Okay. Back to the map. Okay, deliver the shipment. Set route.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Okay. Down to the city. Going quantum down closer to the city. Normally you can quantum down closer than this, but seems to be playing up.
Shields on.
Okay,
Shields
turn
on.
fast travel back on again. Nope, it's not going to let me quantum that. Just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. At least Microtech's pretty at night. And the two flashing lights down to the lower left there. That's the spaceport. which is where I'm heading. Hopefully we don't collide with another ship on the way down. Yeah, the other day someone stole my parking spot. Like, I got permission to land, they opened up the hangar, and as I was pulling into the hangar, this Cutlass Black just pulled straight down in front of me into the hangar space. Start slowing down.
Shields on.
Okay, putting down the undercarriage. And, oh, stop,
Landing gear down.
stop twisting. Stay. Okay, taking the hands off the stick while I call for a landing pad. Oh, there we go, that was quick. Yeah, I am really having to struggle with the stick right now. Come on. Come on. Off angle. Yeah, I think we're going to clip this on the way in again because I can't control the ship properly. Okay. Did someone else jump into our hangar there?
Be sure to explore all new Babbage has to offer.
Vehicle impounded. Did I get the did I get a mix-up? Okay.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle
From
Retrieval
the best
System.
in shopping,
Hi,
dining, and
welcome to
entertainment.
New Babbage.
Be sure to visit New Babbage's
I'm
renowned
sorry.
promenade.
Looks like I
Vehicle
got
is currently impounded. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
looks like I got a mix-up. Okay,
Ready
is the
to
cargo
operate.
still on it?
Located in the plaza, the factory line has all of Microtech's latest offerings.
Okay, it looks like I did what someone else did to me, and I accidentally went into the wrong
Your belongings belong to you. Keep a careful watch on all personal
Vehicle
items.
selected. Stand by.
Yeah, I've got a crime stat. Look down here.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Please visit
From
us
all
again.
of us at my prison.
Right, okay, where's the kiosk for paying off crime stat? Looks like there's been a crime spree, my goodness. People have been shot, oh my goodness.
Looking for a good time? Be sure to visit one of the bars.
Okay, before I go
For the latest update section,
to my ship, I want to see if I can get this crime stat paid off.
tired of travel? Why not rest at the next newly renovated accommodation? Located downtown, will ensure you have vibrant.
Now back on Port Olisar, back when we used to have Port Olisar, I knew where that kiosk was. Aha. Because I might not be able to turn in. Okay, pay all fines, pay fee. Okay, and go and see if I've still got that cargo on my raft.
The Empire's leader in cutting-edge technology, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity.
Yeah, it is ironic. I was just talking about how someone came down in front of me into my parking space, and then I go and do the same thing. Okay, is the cargo still connected to the raft? Yes! Oh. Oh, I was so worried. Right, let's get this ship better positioned against the door so I can unload it faster. Yeah, there's a lot of damage. Should have done that before trying to position her.
Quantum fuel 100%.
Character's going to have a snack soon, but... No! I like the idea of the inner thought wheel, but it is fidgety. Okay. This is normally quicker than loading. Get the cornerstone down right. And I normally stack these about 4 high. Actually wondering whether I might be better off doing it from this angle. Yeah, if you grab the box underneath, then the other one falls down. Which makes sense. But if you want to sort of like get everything off your cargo grid quickly, then that's a good little trick to know. Yeah, I'll have to check that footage carefully to see what happened. probably expedite this section of the video. Okay, I think that's everything stacked. There's nothing left stuck to the grid, nothing lying on the ground. Okay, make sure everything's secured to the cargo grid properly before I try sending it down. Okay. Send it down. Contract orders. Confirm.
Microtech thanks you for all your hard work you've done recently. Keep your eyes peeled for a special something heading your way.
Yup. Managed to get everything done. Okay, I'll get this secure enough onto the grid so I can send it down. Ah. Yeah, I've been rewarded a bunch of things. Ah.
That's what I love to see. Another contract complete.
Okay, let's have a look at the journal. Yup. I've done everything that I can for that one. Is there any way that we can get Microtech to overtake Hurston? Ah, it's a long way behind. Don't think we're going to be able to do it. Well, I'll see if I can grab some Crusader armor before things dissipate. But anyway, that's all we've got time for in this particular adventure. As always, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down there in the comment section if you're so inclined to do so. And just remember to be nice and polite with one another. And until next time, make sure you're in the right parking spot.